It's Friday and we're in Tryon, North Carolina, and I have watered my garden. I have put out bird seed for the birds and just enjoying the 72 degrees and beautiful, beautiful weather. I'm going to give you a quick scan of what I see when I'm sitting here in my studio room so that you can see. I hope that this camera is going to be able to do this for us, but let's take a look. The lake's out that window, so we can see the lake out that window, and the woods over here on the side, just surrounded by beautiful trees. Well, I hope it didn't make you dizzy getting that camera back in place, but I thought maybe you'd like to see what I can see when I'm sitting here. All you see is knotty pine, but I see some beautiful scenery. In the book of Genesis, in chapter 13, we come across a story of Lot and Abraham. Their families have grown, their herds have grown, and it's really hard for them to all be together without having disunity between the herdsmen. And so Abraham very graciously says, okay, Lot, pick whichever land you want, you can have it, and I'll take whatever's left. And Lot very greedily takes the very fertile valleys and the places where it'll be easiest to grow crops and to graze herds. And Lot takes the best land while Abraham is very gracious and allows him to have it. And he moves on towards the area of Canaan. It's really quite interesting, and it's very, very subtle, because you see it says that Lot traveled as far and pitched his tents as far as Sodom. Now remember, he's living in tents, and he's over towards Sodom, but not in Sodom. I heard Ron Dunn once say he pitched his tents facing Sodom, and the next thing you know, in chapter 14, verse 12, it says, and he was living in Sodom. So here's your thought for the day. This world around us, I think we'd all agree, is going in the wrong direction. Morality has become whatever's right to you. Aborting babies, murder, these become commonplace in our society today. Pornography is rampant. Drugs are rampant. There's wickedness all around us, corruption, thieving and conniving, and everything around us is like Sodom. Lot chose to pitch his tents toward Sodom, and before long the allurement of Sodom was too great for him, and he was living in Sodom. I think if we're not careful with so much around us that is corrupt and evil, and because it's so difficult to live a separated life, if we're not careful, before long we'll be living in Sodom. It'll become our lifestyle. It's what happened to Lot's wife. She looked back, longing to be back in Sodom. If you look at his daughters, who just thought that everybody else was gone in the world when fire rained down on Sodom, they turned to the ways of the world for children. Lot himself was never really a very good man. But Abraham, in spite of his surroundings, stayed separated. And God blessed him, and he multiplied his possessions, and he gave him strength and power beyond his own. Today I want to challenge you. We live in Sodom, but we don't have to become like Sodom. We can live separated lives, even as Abraham did. So let's today take a hard look at the surroundings that we have. Let's be sure we don't become like Sodom. We may have to live in it, but we don't have to be like it. Hope that you'll pray for a family in our church back in Simpsonville. He lost his wife to cancer. Today's the funeral. Hope that you'll lift up Mr. Jones today. Hope that you'll lift up some of the families that were part of my ministry in Brandon, Florida, as they struggle through various difficulties of health, of mental problems. And as they struggle through life, just lift up your brothers and sisters in Christ. Take a few minutes to pray for those that are less fortunate than we and those that are going through heartache and pain. But don't live in Sodom. Live a separated life. With the leaky seed basket, God bless you and have a great day.